There are stars and then there are legends. But then, once in a lifetime, there comes a man who is beyond all of that, a phenomenon, a force of nature. Michael Jackson was more than just the king of pop. He was a mystery, a genius, and a man haunted by his own greatness. But who was Michael Jackson really? This is his story. Gary, Indiana, 1958. A small, ordinary house was home to an extraordinary child. Born the seventh of 9 children, Michael Jackson was different from the very beginning. His voice had a power far beyond his years. But behind closed doors, his life was anything but a fairy tale. His father, Joe Jackson, was a strict and often abusive man. He believed discipline was the key to success. And Michael, the most talented of his children, bore the brunt of it. There were no toys. No playtime, only music, rehearsals, and relentless pressure. At just 5 years old, Michael joined his brothers in a group called the Jackson 5. His voice, filled with raw emotion, made them a sensation. By the time he was 11, they had signed with Motown Records. And soon the whole world knew his name. But fame came at a cost. Michael was robbed of his childhood. By the late 1970s, Michael was ready to break free from his family's shadow. He teamed up with legendary producer Quincy Jones. And in 1979, he released Off the Wall. It was his first step toward becoming the biggest star in the world. But even that success was just the beginning. Then came 1982 Thriller. No album before or after would ever change music the way Thriller did. With hits like Billie Jean and Beat It. And the iconic Thriller music video. Michael Jackson wasn't just a singer, he was a global phenomenon. As the 1980s turned into the 1990s, Michael Jackson was no longer just a pop star, he was an enigma. His skin grew lighter, his features changed, and rumors spread like wildfire. Was it surgery, a disease, or was it the pressures of fame that turned him into someone unrecognizable? He built Neverland Ranch, a dreamland filled with amusement rides and animals. But many said it was more than just a home. It was an escape, a desperate attempt to reclaim the childhood he never had. Despite his growing eccentricities, Michael continued to dominate music with Bad, Dangerous, and History. But soon, the world would turn against him in ways no one could have imagined. 1993, the unthinkable happened. Michael Jackson was accused of child molestation. The world watched as his name was dragged through the mud. Though he settled the case without admitting guilt, the damage was done, the king was wounded. In 2005, another case went to trial. This time, Michael fought back, and after months in court, he was found not guilty. But by then, the damage to his career, his reputation, and his spirit was irreparable. He was no longer just the king of pop, he was a man broken by the world he once ruled. 2009, Michael was preparing for his comeback. This is it. He wanted to prove to the world that he still had it. But behind the scenes, he was exhausted, anxious, and relying on medications just to sleep. Then, on June 25th, the unthinkable happened. Michael Jackson was gone, the world stood still. Fans wept, the king of pop had taken his final bow. Even in death, Michael Jackson's influence never faded. His music, his dance moves, and his revolutionary vision changed the world forever. Despite the scandals, despite the controversies, his legacy is untouchable. Some saw him as a genius, some as a mystery, some as a tragic figure, but one thing is undeniable: there will never be another Michael Jackson. The man, the myth, the legend, the king of pop. This was his story. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dive stories like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Let me know in the comments what was Michael Jackson's greatest moment. Thank you for watching.